Are you beyond tired of spending your super precious and very limited time creating Instagram content for your online business, and then you hit share and then get crickets in the comment section? If that's you, you need my 1 month of Conversation Starters content calendar. It's 1 month of Instagram post ideas plus pro tips for each and every one so that you can maximize the engagement you get in just 1 month. These are the posts that increase my engagement 50% in 1 week and increase my reach 93%, because that more engagement means that your posts get seen by more people that will turn into leads for your online business. Grab your free 1 month of Conversation Starters content calendar today by going to sociallyyours.biz/content calendar. Welcome back to another episode of Mompreneur Mastery. I am super excited about today's episode because I'm going to be talking with Melissa McKenzie, who is a Squarespace website designer. She actually did my website. And since she made my website, the conversion rate for my landing pages and my sales pages have all gone up. So I'm really excited for her to get to share information about website design with you so you can get those same results for your online business. It's so important to have a quality website working for you in the background while you're doing other things, so that you can get consistent income. Melissa is an expert at that because she is also a mompreneur. She is a mom of 5 kids, so basically superwoman, and has limited amount of time to work because of that. So when she is working, she needs to make sure that her website is also doing the work for her. And that is the strategy that she puts in to work with her clients like me, and also her website templates, which she's also going to be sharing. And you're going to want to listen all the way to the end because there is a super special offer that I'm really excited about. You're not going to want to miss it. Welcome to the Mompreneur Mastery Podcast, where we share actionable Instagram strategies that fit into a busy mom schedule so that you can get more engagement, more leads, and more sales in less time. I'm Sydney O'Brien, an Instagram strategist who started my business with 3 kids under 5 and found a way to do it without sacrificing quality time with my family and only working 2 hours a day. I love helping other mom business owners find that seemingly impossible mom work-life balance instead of spending too much time creating content that isn't getting them the results they want. If you're an overwhelmed but very ambitious business owner and you want to strategize the heck out of your Instagram account so that you can save time and make more sales, you're in the right place. So welcome back to another episode of Mompreneur Mastery. Today I get to talk to Melissa, who does website design. She actually did my website, so I'm really excited to get to talk to her and share all about that experience with you. Melissa, can you tell us a little bit about yourself? Oh man, that must be nice.
Yes.
That weather. And what made you want to be a mompreneur?
I actually didn't want to be a mompreneur. I really had my eyes set on a successful career as a graphic designer in a firm, and I just visualized myself having all these really cute outfits and high heels and going to work. And my husband and I got married a week after I graduated college and got pregnant on our honeymoon with not just 1 baby, but 2. And so after being pregnant with twins, we decided that it was probably best for me to stay home. That was just our choice. And so it was kind of accidentally thrown into entrepreneurship because we both had massive amounts of student debt to pay off. And so I started with freelance graphic design, moved to brand design, and then went to website design eventually.
That's so cool. What made you switch to website design?
I really like having a hand in how the entire brand works as a whole. And often I would find that if I just did someone's logos and colors and fonts, they didn't really know how to use them. And so doing a website, I felt like I had a bigger hand in how it all works out in a big overall picture.
That makes sense. Yeah, because it is so much more than just a pretty logo and nice fonts. So,
Yeah.
yeah, that bigger like strategy piece is like, yeah, the same thing with Instagram for me. I like the cute posts are nice, but the bigger strategy is like the more interesting part to me.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. It's so funny. I don't know if funny is the right word, but you just didn't want to be a mompreneur at all. It just kind of fell into your lap. Do you enjoy it now?
Oh, yeah, I would not like, I don't ever wanna work for somebody else again. Like, I
Yeah.
actually, got my first job for somebody else, I guess it was, like, a year and a half ago now. I had a
Mhm.
remote part-time job as a creative director, and that, like, kinda opened my eyes to, like, "Okay, I wasn't missing out on anything, like, I don't really want this." I needed to raise funds for our adoption, and I was able to leave that a few months ago now to fully pursue carbon and clay, but, um, after working for someone else, I was just like, I've learned too much about, like, running a business and systems and, like, marketing that I just don't really like to listen to other people anymore,
That's fair. Like,
because they
you
would
know what
do
works for
things.
you. Yeah.
Yeah, they would do things and I'm like, "You could be doing this so much better if you did it this way." But I'm not the boss, so I couldn't make those decisions. But yeah, I love business and it's, when you get into business, it's so much more than like what your like career is. So like instead of just website design, it's like you wear all the hats as a business owner. And I think a lot of people
Mhm.
don't realize that when they first get into it. And at first, I didn't really like that part of business. I just wanted to, design websites all day long. But I've learned to really love like the numbers and the marketing. And so I think you kind of like grow to love it or you learn to outsource that part.
Yeah, for sure. There are definitely parts that I'm like, no, I'm not doing this. Like someone else can handle this for me. But there are other parts where I'm like, I start hating it. And then the more I learn about it, it's like, oh, well, this is interesting. Yeah, I can get into this.
Yeah.
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 And how long ago did you switch to website design from graphic design?
Um, I've been doing websites for probably, I mean, I have a web design minor that I did in school, but web design has changed so much. Like, you don't really have to know coding much anymore, um, which I love because I hated that part. But I've been doing websites for probably 8 years, 7 maybe.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
feel like I the only coding I know is like what I learned from making my own MySpace page back in like junior high. That's it. I refuse to learn anymore other than like simple copy and paste stuff.
Right.
Yeah. So I was very, very grateful that I found you to make my website because before I was doing it, I mean, as you know, but I made it myself and it was not very effective and it also wasn't super cute. So I loved your template and I think I started with buying like a like a mock-up or something of the
Yeah, you did the
homepage.
homepage mockup.
Yeah, and it was like so beautiful, like more than anything I could have ever done myself. I was like, yes, I have to hire these people to do this for like my whole site. And I have been so happy with it. Um, that is just like such an amazing offer. But can you tell people more about your template?
Yeah, so we have a Squarespace website template shop where you can go pick the template that you like and instead of just like cuz there's free Squarespace templates out there. Which are great and they're going to get you like maybe a nice aesthetically pleasing website. But what I really wanted to do when I started my template shop was pull in the strategy that I would give my custom clients because it's a lot more than just like a good looking site. It's the flow of it, it's knowing what to put where, how to say it, where all the buttons are supposed to link to and go to. Because really, what we want for your website is for it to give the information that someone's looking for quickly. Because when you think
Mhm.
about how you interact with a new website, like if you can't find what you're looking for or you're confused, you're gonna hit the X because you like we live in such a fast-paced world. We want what we want, and we want it now. Um,
Mhm.
and so with our templates, we have it laid out with that strategy, that sales psychology strategy of this is where your freebie needs to go to grow your email list in the most effective way. This is where you put this call to action button, and this is the page it links to. And so we have these, it's like I call them copywriting prompts, but it's like a blueprint of the flow of your website. Um, because I think that's like such a huge piece is when you're sitting down to try to build your website, you're guessing like, okay, what goes where? This person has this on their about page. Maybe I need to do that. And so really kind of making it so you don't have to use as much brain energy when creating your website. That's really what our templates do, and it makes it really, really easy because it comes with a customization course. It shows you, okay, this is how you change your fonts. This is how you plug in your colors. And I actually recently redid the customization course that comes with these this year because I really want it to be not overwhelming and just like literally be able to launch your website in hours. And I'm so happy to see that the last few people that purchased the template have literally launched in hours. I fulfilled a template for someone at nighttime, and then the next morning she was like halfway done with it. And
Wow.
so that's really my intent is to not have these sit on your virtual shelf collecting dust, but like get it done, get it up and running, and really just save a lot of time, money, and energy with getting your website done.
Yeah, that is so important because like you said earlier, like business owners have to wear so many hats. So anything they can like simplify and do quickly and still not miss out on that strategy piece is like so important.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. I love that so much. And I have I mean I know I outsource like the bulk of it to you, but I still have like those templates on the side there and they're so handy. I love knowing like yeah, basically what to put and where because otherwise I have no idea and I would probably overcomplicate it and lose a lot of that strategy piece.
Yeah.
And with that strategy piece, when that strategy on your website is set up, what changes for them in terms of marketing? Like
So I always like to kind of compare it to like you as a mompreneur, you have like a finite amount of time to work, right? Like for me, I literally have 3 hours a day and it's not even in the same chunk of time. So I know that I can either be working on my clients, like my current clients, or be finding the next ones. And I can never really do it at the same time. There's not enough time. And so what happens is a lot of mompreneurs fall into this like feast or famine mode because they can't do both. And so they don't have the next client lined up. And what our website can do is it's always working in the background for us 24/7. So, what it can do is when people are landing on our site and we have it organized in the right way, we can be turning that traffic into email subscribers. And we can be turning them into filling out our contact form if they're like ready to work with us. And so, what it's doing is it's finding that wait list of clients, it's finding those leads for us organically, or even if you do paid ads to your website, like that would just boost it even more. So that way, like you can work on serving your current client well and always know that the next one is lined up for you.
yeah, I'm really glad you mentioned that because I definitely get that like time constraint struggle. I also can only work like a couple hours a day and it is very split up, which makes it extra hard to get things done, especially like bigger projects. So having a website working for you in the background is key for sure, especially with like summer coming up when kids are going to be out of school
Oh, yeah.
for mompreneurs. But yeah, the landing page template that I use from you, I do want to mention that is working in the background for me and it's working very well because the conversion rate for my landing page since switching went up like I think it was like 25 or 27% or something. It was
That's
crazy.
amazing.
But yeah,
I
it was a
love that.
big change. So
Yeah,
thank
I
you for
mean,
that.
knowing what to put where is, like, so so important, and I think that there's, like, this common misconception that you can just throw, like, what you think needs to go on a page without thinking about the there's so much, like, psychology, like, sales psychology of how a user interacts with your site, and so when
Mhm.
we bring that into the templates and all the testing from years is done for you.
Yeah, I feel like it's one of those things like you just don't know what you don't know. So
Oh,
when you're
yeah.
doing it on your own, like you with the knowledge you have, it makes sense, but then you learn more or like get a template like this and you're like, "Oh yeah, this makes like a lot more sense." So,
Yeah,
but yeah, it makes a big difference for sure. I've seen it in my lead generation and sales.
that's amazing. I love hearing that.
Yeah, especially for sales pages because like long form sales pages for like bigger ticket things, I find so overwhelming. And it was like, how do you have this much to say about something? But so I always wondered like what to put where and what even to say to make it like so long. I never knew what to do it. So having the template for that has been so helpful for like having like a good sales page that actually gets sales. It's made a
Yes,
big difference for sure.
that's awesome.
And you have a special offer for those templates, don't you?
I do. So with all of the templates, we have matching social graphics, which I thought would be perfect for your audience. So we've got carousel posts, like new blog posts, reels, stories, and they all match the template that you pick. So you just pop
That's
in your
awesome.
colors and fonts and they're all in Canva. So, um, it makes it really easy to have that brand consistency between your social media and your website, which is really important because I think like, have you ever clicked on an ad, like, on Instagram or something, and then it takes you to their website and it, like, does not match at all? And you're like, "Okay, am I in the right place?" Or, like, you automatically have, like, this lowered trust factor because it doesn't match and it's not cohesive, and so this makes it super easy to make sure that that does not happen to you, and you can get the social media graphics that match your template for free with the code free social in all caps. And it will put those in your cart for free.
Perfect. I'm going to link all that in the show notes, but yeah, that's amazing. I have talked about that before, like that consistency in social media. It makes a big difference. And also, as a mom business owner, saves a ton of time, like
A
when
ton
it
of
comes to
time.
content creation, for sure.
Yeah.
So that's awesome. Thank you so much. And where can people find you on Instagram?
Carbon and Clay is my social name.
Perfect. Thank you so much for being here. It was awesome to get to talk to you.
Yeah. Thank you for having me.
Definitely go give Melissa a follow at Carpet and Clay on Instagram. And I just want to really make it known that her templates for Squarespace are as effective as she says they are. Because, like I said, my landing page conversions have gone up significantly. Using her sales page template, my sales have gone up. It's been amazing, and I love having that all ready to go in the background while I'm off doing either other parts of my business or hanging out with my kids, but I just know that I can rely on having a quality website that's strategized and beautiful working for my business. And I also use her social media templates. If you head over to my Instagram to check those out, I love how they one align with my brand. They're so fun. And two, align with my website. So there's brand cohesion there, and it helps build that intrinsic trust factor with my followers and leads. So definitely don't miss out on that opportunity because in addition to just being super cute and matching my website, templates also just save a ton of time. Whenever I talk to mompreneurs who want to save more time on their social media, the biggest two things are planning and batching your content and having templates so you don't have to scramble and spend extra time creating graphics or finding photos, things like that. It is just one and done. You get to reuse them, and you do have that added layer of consistency and branding and having it match your website to build that trust and authority with your audience. So go ahead and head to the link in the show notes, and don't forget to use the code FREESOCIAL in the checkout page so you get free social media templates. There's carousels, there's testimonial one, there's reels, there's story templates, there's a whole bunch of stuff. It's really been beneficial for me and saved me a ton of time. So I'm really excited to see what you do with it. And once you do get them, send them to me on Instagram because I can't wait to see what the other versions of it look like with your brand colors and with whatever template that you choose. Thank you so much for listening to Mompreneur Mastery, simple Instagram strategy for busy moms. If you were listening to this episode and found yourself nodding along, I would love it if you would find me on Instagram and send me a message telling me your biggest takeaway. My handle is @socially.yours.strategist. And don't forget to grab your free 1 month of Conversation Starters content calendar so that you know exactly what to post to get more comments without spending hours brainstorming Instagram post ideas. You can get it at sociallyyours.biz/content-calendar or head to the link in the show notes. Hey mompreneur, summer's coming. Are you ready for your kids to be out of school? If you want to maximize the fun adventures you can have with your kids without worrying about your Instagram marketing for your online business, you need to check out my What the Heck to Post content map. It'll give you post ideas for every day of summer break so that you can batch schedule and create 3 months of content without sacrificing quality so you can still get the comments and engagement you need to support your online business. You can check it out at sociallyyours.biz/content-map.